there, welcome to Shipwrecked. This episode, I'm going to show you guys how to do like the H4 conversion I do on all my cars. I'm going to do it here to my green 71, and let's get right into it. This installation is very straightforward and very simple. This is the harness I get from eBay. It's $19.99 still. Inflation hasn't screwed with it at all. Okay, so I just roughly lay it out here. These, with the red wires, this is going to go up to your positive terminals. These two little plugs are for your two little relays. This is all from China, unfortunately. There is a guy that makes his own harness, but I don't think it's 19 bucks, and I haven't had any problems with this stuff, so it's up to you. I don't care. What I do is I'm going to take some black electrical tape and tape this up and hide the ugly yellow, and we'll go from there. So what you do is you unplug your driver's side low beam and high beams. Find your low beam wire. Take this plug on your new harness and plug it into there. And from there forward, you use the harness's supplied plugs. You forget your high beam plug and you forget this side completely. You do not use any more of the factory wiring. You let the harness control it. Got a little ground right here. If I'm lucky, I should be able to get that to reach back here to the factory ground. It's very straightforward. I'd say that your biggest task with installing this harness is hiding it and taping it up. It takes no time at all. Let's move on to the headlights. From Octane Lighting on eBay. I'll put all the links in the description to the parts I'm using. I haven't even opened them yet. Ordered this a couple weeks back. Got my turquoise wagon. It's almost done. We're getting there. It runs. Got to get the exhaust fixed up. The valance on it. There's a little tinkering it needs, but it runs. It drives. It doesn't stop. So that's another big problem we got with it. We'll get into that. I have a whole bunch of footage on that one that's just hasn't made it to YouTube yet. Like I said, I've been incredibly busy just trying to get all this stuff done and working. So these are the headlights. Let's see, this is the one I started opening. They come with this wire. I never ever use it. From Octane Lighting, this is the low beams. They're glass. Come on. They do pack them really well so they don't break. I believe they come from California. They're glass. They have blue bulbs. I believe you can replace these with any old H4 bulb if you don't like the blue look. Yeah. But otherwise, if you got a regular clear bulb in there, let's turn it the right way. You couldn't really tell. It looks like a regular old sealed beam. So, this is what I use. And let's get started on installing it. Alright, so it's about 45 minutes later. My GoPro, I have a little bit of a time-lapse footage, and then it died, so I couldn't continue getting it. But if you know how to change one of these sealed beam light bulbs, you can install this kit. No problem. Takes about an hour of your afternoon. Maybe faster, depending on how your headlight bezels and headlights, you know, come apart. You know, some cars are easier than others, so... You can see I got my bulbs in there. You can see like they reflect blue. I was having a little bit of issue with them lining up. You can see this one's a little crooked, but overall I'm happy with it. I'll mess with it some more, get the headlight to sit in there straighter. But wearing my little ground wires up here to these bumper supports. You just unplug everything on the passenger side. So the old headlight plugs are just kind of hanging here. You can tape them up or whatever. I usually just shove them back through when I'm done. I ran my wiring under the grill. I pulled this little support out and put the wiring back there to hold it up. Just kept running it in here so it's tucked out of the way, not hanging there, not super obvious. Come over here, kind of got a little bit of a mess. Got to straighten all that out. On the 70s I've done, that hole has been much bigger. Back in there I've been able to shove all the wiring through and tape it up. Got the relays mounted that comes with a little bracket and some zip ties. So I mounted the bracket there. There's already an existing hole there that I used. Used a little bolt, grabbed some washers, zip tied the relays to the bracket. I pushed the wires out of the little connector here because it's unnecessary. I don't need this extension. I just ran them right in here to the battery terminal. Let's go turn them on. I believe they're on high beams right now. Much brighter. That's going to be great at night. And I believe because now the power is coming right off of the battery, instead of what this does. I explained it in one of my other videos, but for anybody that's watching that hasn't seen those videos. The headlights now get their power from this wire that goes to the relays and then out to the headlights. All the switch is doing is opening and closing the circuit. Before, the factory way, power would come through here, go back to the bulkhead, go into the switch, and then out to the headlights. So now when this comes to an idle at night, there should be no more flickering and pulsing. We just can have consistent, bright light. And they're way brighter than the sealed beams. So it's such an easy install. It's worth it. I recommend everyone do it. I might not get the octane lighting anymore. I'm not happy with how that one bulb is crooked. I don't know if it's a 71 thing or if it's a quality control China junk crap thing. So, you know, I wasn't happy with that. That's the first time I've ever encountered that bulb sitting crooked. So I don't know if it was something I was doing wrong or what, but the headlights are bright. It's just a daily driver. It's got dings and dents. The headlight's a little crooked. Who really cares? All I care about is being able to see a little bit further up the road and taking the load off of the switch and the dimmer switch so I don't have any melted fried wiring in here. Next project on this, I'm going to switch that whole dashboard out. I've been restoring. I already restored a whole dash for my 71 Polara Brome that I ended up parting out. But I've been restoring a regular black face panels. They look beautiful. I got a 140 speedometer for it. Getting ready to swap all that in. I bought all the stereo for it. What do I got? I got a whole Pioneer system for it. I got Pioneer head unit, 2 Pioneer 3.5s for the dash, some 6.5s down for the kick panels. And I'm going to put some 6x9s up here in the rear deck. It should sound pretty good. And then I think after that, the next big project on this car is going to be peeling the top off, fixing this rust here, fixing this spot up here. Looks like we got a little one right here that needs some attention. And then we're going to go with the black top on this. So that's an update. H4s are the way to go. It really saves your wiring. It saves your wiring, saves your switches, saves your dimmer switch, and it might even save your life. So I got maybe, let's see, I think the headlights were like $99 and the harness is $19.99, all free shipping on everything. So you're out the door about an hour and 125 bucks. You want to spend a little bit more and get some better headlights, that's fine. I trimmed off the little tabs on the back of these to make it work. And, you know, I'm happy with it. Got to get my clear lenses in there. Got some clear marker lenses for it. But I need to pull that valance down some. It's a little tweaked. But all right.